So, have you seen or heard about the Robert Downey Jr. being on the set of Captain America? What is it, Captain America 4? Or what is it?
Captain America. Google it. I saw the thing on YouTube, and it shows him in the Iron Man costume, in the Iron Man armor. And isn't this the one with Chris Evans in it?
No, I think it's
or is it the Sam Wilson?
It's the Sam Wilson one. Captain America: New World Order.
Is that the Sam Wilson movie?
Yes.
So, yeah, I saw that and I got kind of excited because isn't Chris Evans in that movie too? Isn't he making an appearance in that?
I don't know.
Somewhere along the way, I thought I heard that was the movie where they were talking about where Chris Evans, you're going to see part of him putting the stones back. And that was how they're going to have Chris Evans in there. I could be wrong. It might not be that movie, but I thought that's what was going on in part of that movie. And regardless, though, to have Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark back, like, with what they've been doing with the multiverse and all that, I mean, they've got plenty of options and ways to bring him back, but I don't know. It's pretty cool. What did you get from it?
I didn't see the pictures, but I was just very curious as to what they're doing with that.
The image on YouTube had him in Iron Man armor with no helmet on the set.
That makes sense to me. If they're doing a flashback scene, of him putting the stones back, and they could do a scene with him with Tony Stark, Iron Man, like in Chris Evans or whatever. Or just another thing that makes more sense, because outside of that, I mean.
Okay, it's breaking Robert Downey Jr. on Captain America: Brave New World set.
Everything Always.
1 day ago. It's from the page Everything Always, which I'm a subscriber of them. I like his content,
but not a describer.
Yeah, I like it. I like the content. It's very informative. They give some takes that aren't 100% confirmed sometimes, but they give some really cool Marvel release information, and it's usually pretty, not 100% accurate, but I like the channel, and it gives some pretty interesting takes. But that's the where I saw it. And now I don't know if the picture they're using on the thumbnail there was actually from the set, or if that was from like an old clip from an Iron Man set. Who knows? Or an Avengers set. You never know where that clip came from.
Right. And it's not clear what he's doing there.
Maybe he's just on set hanging out with those guys.
Maybe he just
want to hang out on a Marvel set.
Who knows? I know that he wasn't. It's not like he said no, but he didn't really feel there was much more to do with Iron Man. I personally, I don't really want to see, to me, I don't want to see like some alternate universe stuff in Captain America 4. Honestly, I don't. It's the Captain America movie. I don't really want to see some alternate universe stuff with him, honestly.
I think what they were talking about, and I don't know, but they were talking about how Chris Evans was going to be, I think he was going to be in that movie.
That's not confirmed. I was looking at it, but they didn't say that he was.
There were rumors that Chris Evans would be in it. Isn't that also where Harrison Ford is playing Thunderbolt Ross?
I heard that too.
Yeah, I think that's actually confirmed. He's Thunderbolt Ross. And I think because he took the stones to go back, and he was using the travel stone to be able to do all this. Or the reality stone, whichever stone he was using I don't know how he was transporting, but it was maybe the cube or one of those things, one of the stones he was using to go back and do all this stuff. They had never explained how they sent Cap back with the unstable molecules, right?
No, but they had a short conversation. I'm trying to remember. They had a short conversation. You know what it is? He has the time stone.
Well, yeah, but...
So he could use the time stone to go back in time.
Right, so
and in the end, he goes back, and then he goes to finally going back.
He goes back
where he came
Peggy.
from. Right, but they had a conversation. There's a short segment where they kind of explained it, because there's a short segment right when he's walking in where he's like, "So they were going to tell him you're going to do this, and this."
So a number of the stones need to be returned in the timeline of the Avengers movies. Do you remember?
Right.
So the cube has to go back there with Loki, and Loki takes it and disappears, and then one has to go. One has to go back to the ancient one. Before Doc Strange gets the Eye of Agamotto, and then one of them
has to go back to
the Nova Corps planet.
Right.
So you have those are all in the current timeline.
And the hammer has to go back to Thor 2
So
and the ether.
So
Reality Stone.
what you figure about is a lot of it's going back during the movies. So in that Captain America movie, it's very possible they were talking about flashbacks where you would have Sam Wilson's not Captain America yet, but Sam Wilson's actually the Falcon. And you might have like a Civil War flashback, or you might have one of those flashbacks, which gives you the reason and the issue and the need for Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and Captain America. At that point, the Chris Evans that you're gonna see is the one that's traveling around. That at this point, it's already gotten past whatever had gone on. So that's kind of how I heard that they might have something in there.
It hasn't been confirmed that Chris Evans is going to be in it. It hasn't been confirmed. What I do know
they
is
definitely haven't confirmed Robert Downey Jr.
What I do know is Sam Wilson is Captain America.
Well, yeah, of course.
And that is their plan. That's not changing.
No, they're doing
that. He's the guy. He's the new Captain America, and they're sticking with that. So, whatever occurs, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting for sure.
I think it's interesting that he's got the wings and he's got the red, white, and blue costume. He's got because the previews they've shown with him flying through the window and all that stuff.
That's the same with the comics though, and I like it.
It's cool. I don't have a problem with it. I like it.
And the one thing we can probably assure is that Bucky is going to be in it, the Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Probably the USA agent is going to be in it, and you know all that sort of shenanigans that are going on there. But it's an interesting. It's just an interesting thing to speculate about. What is Robert Downey doing? Because generally. When people are on the set, it's not, there's, like, I can't think of, and I could be wrong, I can't think of a time when someone's been on the set and it was like, oh no, he was just visiting and then he doesn't show up in the movie. Generally, when people are on the set, they're doing something.
It's like when Mark Hamill was, because how they did the thing in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, but they kept that so secret.
Well, no, Mark Hamill was there doing voice stuff for Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
And while he was there, Favreau and Filoni are like, hey, we want you to do this real quick. Right. And nobody knew. Nobody knew. So much so where I saw an interview with Katie Sackhoff where she's like talking about how, the person that walked in was just this guy and he had all this stuff on. And I asked Dave, who is it? And he's like, oh, it's Plo Koon. It's the Jedi Master Plo Koon.
No.
So she thinks she's in a scene with Plo Koon, and then she watches the episode and realizes Luke Skywalker, Plo Koon, and she calls David Filoni and giving him a hard time. Yeah. It was like a short on YouTube. It was hilarious. I really enjoyed it.
All right, well, I guess all I can say is I'm excited. I'm excited for Captain America.
I'm very excited.
The New World Order.
Yeah.